What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I'm going to read you something. I just seen this. This has been out since earlier last week. And it says as follows. A Democratic-appointed federal judge has determined that unlawful migrants enjoy the same rights to own guns as U.S. citizens do, even as the Biden administration seeks ways to limit the right of American nationals to carry firearms. When I heard that, I was finished. So now you're going to tell me people that are coming over here that don't even have citizenship can own firearms where normal people that are from this country can't, regardless of if they did time or not. At what point does this end? Take a look at this video and pay attention to two things, especially near the middle and the end of it, that don't make no sense. Check it out.
Time for the hot topic of the hour. We've got breaking news overnight. A federal appeals court blocking a Texas immigration law that would allow the state to arrest migrants who cross into Texas, into the border illegally. The decision came just hours after the Supreme Court ruled that Texas can assume border security duties and arrest migrants who breach the border. I spoke with former U.S. Border Patrol Chief Ronald Vitiello on this program yesterday about the battle between the federal government and state government. Watch.
Texas is doing more to help protect our border and national security, homeland security, than any other entity except maybe the front line of DHS. And so this ruling by the court to stay the implementation of SB 4 is a setback for sure. But we all know that Texas is going to remain in this fight to protect us. And so we hope that this review goes quickly and the law that they prevail on the law.
Well, the appeals court was fast, Rebecca. It was just last night that we heard Dan Patrick, the deputy governor, lieutenant governor in Texas, saying we're going to start arresting people immediately.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like that was a response to the Supreme Court. You know, I actually have to dive in, Maria, to the technical legal reasons. The Supreme Court, it wasn't a final decision. It was while the litigation is continuing, we feel that Texas has, they didn't enjoin them or prevent them from starting to enforce it. And now this appeals court has, which again, to go immediately against the USSC is very alarming, and we have to really understand why. But this is the election right here in a nutshell. This border, this is an invasion, and then on top of this new decision from a district judge yesterday, a district court judge stating about they are allowed to have weapons. You know, if you have 10 million people coming to your country, and now they can have the right to bear arms. Now we've got an armed potential. What else can we call it but an invasion?
Yeah, I mean, what you're referring to is an Obama-appointed Illinois judge ruling that illegal immigrants can own a firearm and carry a firearm. The judge saying that a federal prohibition on illegal migrants owning firearms is unconstitutional when applied to a non-citizen who has never been convicted of a violent crime. This is incredible, Adam. To me, this seems like insanity.
I understand why you say that, but I actually support that, and I'll tell you why. The right to bear arms is the law of the land. It's guaranteed by the U.S. Constitution and the Bill of Rights, as is freedom of speech, as is freedom of religion, as is a right to a fair trial and a jury by your peers. So if you support the Bill of Rights and all of the guarantees that sacred piece of paper ensures for Americans, and you respect it as the law of the land, you have to ensure it for everyone who is on this land. As awkward as that sounds, and I tell you why. If you say, yeah, but things have changed, and so we can't do it for this group right now because this immigration thing's crazy. Well, now you're actually chipping away at the cornerstone of this great country, and you can't do that because of circumstances in the moment.
So breaking into the country illegally is not chipping away at anything. We're talking about illegal.
These are separate issues. There shouldn't be illegals coming in across the border, but once they're here, they are in this land, and there are laws in this land guaranteed by the Bill of Rights, and you have to respect that out of consistency. They shouldn't be here in the first place. Right. But that's a separate issue.
Well, it's unfortunately all these issues now are one issue because you've got illegal people from foreign countries coming into this country, some of whom we don't know what their motivations are, what their intentions are, and now they're able to hold a gun. Thomas, your reaction. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Well, I'm sat here like a fool because I came in legally. I think, I should have swam the river and I'd have got a hotel and a credit card and all these things.
That's right.
But, it is crazy. And if you think about the politics of this, who is supporting this? There aren't that many Democrats out there that are really calling for an open border and calling for giving guns to migrants, these things. But the Biden administration are pursuing it so hard. It's a real question. Why are they chasing this so much? It's not popular with anyone. So we're not quite sure why they're after this so desperately.
Well, we have some idea. We have some idea because when the census is done and the census captures all of the people living in a certain region, if there are more people in Democrat-run sanctuary cities, then they'll get more congressional seats. So the congressional Democrats are actually winning on all of this when it comes to the census. Whether or not these people are going to be allowed in some way, shape, or form to vote is another question. But there's a lot of people who expect that is the reason they're doing this.
It's looking very likely, yeah. I didn't want to believe it, but it's looking very likely.
All right, guys, I seen that and I couldn't believe it. But then again, with who's leading us, maybe I could. Now, I believe, honestly, this is a slap in the face to all Americans because, they want guns, but people are here illegally can have guns. And it makes no sense along the lines of how the guy was talking about, well, when you set foot on the soil, the Bill of Rights protects you and all of this other stuff. So it's a debatable. No, it ain't no debatable. The Bill of Rights is set up for American citizens. They're not American citizens yet. And that's the thing that's crazy. A lot of folks can't speak English, got to come over here, adjust to a new culture, new way of things, but already you're giving them the right to bear arms. Can you imagine somebody running up on you and robbing you, which is happening right now in a lot of these places, Chicago, New York, just to name a couple, running up on you, a normal citizen, you're not bilingual, they put a gun in your face and speak their native tongue and rob you. Let's be real. This shit is stupid to me. There are people in this country right now that can't even get a firearm, or it's so much red tape and all this other stuff, even after you've been victimized in a damn crime and you trying to go through the things and all of this stuff, it's still a hassle. Whereas these people coming over here, they get the same rights as you. Now I'm not saying nobody has a right to defend themselves. But I mean, honestly, this right here shows you it's too much game out there. Any of y'all ever went and filled out for a gun permit or anything like that? All them stupid things they ask you to do, or something dumb that ain't got nothing to do with you committing a crime or ever trying to commit a crime. All of a sudden you're denied and you don't know why. After your house just been broken into, or you see somebody, a house broken into next door to you and you want to protect your family. It's like they all would tell you, oh, we got the right to do this, we got the right to do that, and all of a sudden, you don't have the right. Like I said before, you could have somebody run up in your house, you shoot them or do something to them, you could still go to jail when they the ones that invaded your space in solitude. Here's another thing. How you gonna give background checks to people you don't know that don't have a history of being in America? That's another thing with the gun thing. This whole thing stink, man. It's game. It's game. Everybody has a right to defend themselves against rape and murder. That's what a lot of these people was running from. A lot of these people are coming over here, and let's be honest, a lot of these people are coming over here because they're catching them at the border. That's why they had that Texas law where they try to catch these people as they coming in. They have criminal past and shouldn't be allowed to have a weapon or enter the country. As a matter of fact, is it everybody? No. But I mean, they coming over here, just let them in. You seen them walking on the damn thing, doing a Soul Train line right across the Rio Grande, going up the damn side of the thing, barbed wire and everything, looking like a roller coaster ride where you go and have to go up the different mazes to get up on the land. This whole thing is a carnival act. Carnival act. It is. And then all of a sudden, what was they talking about? Oh, they take the migrants and they'll put them in different states so that they can get a popular vote. because of the census. And I had one of my clients say that I didn't believe it. Now somebody else said it. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know. That's crazy. You're taking the lives of human beings to secure yourself in power. I ain't being funny, man. A lot of people probably feel salty that they put these people in power that are in here right now, because this whole thing is outside of the normal realm of just reality. People are coming over here. You telling the National Guard and stuff, don't say nothing, just let them come. How is that benefiting anybody here that's trying to get themselves in order and just survive in this country as well? Seriously. A lot of these people are undisciplined, come from places that are undisciplined and don't have the same laws set up like here. And they handle disputes and they handle conflict differently. A lot of these people come from very violent countries. And I'm going to tell you something. When you come from a very violent country, you might not have participated in the violence, but that violence is still a part of who you are and whether you was escaping from it or not. This whole thing is tore up. Man, leave me a comment on this. Tell me what y'all think, man. It's just funny. How you going to give a background check to somebody you don't know? You coming in here, something happened, got to go get a gun. It's easier to get a gun than a job for a lot of people, whether you realize it or not. That's why there's so many guns out here and kids are getting them. If children can get guns, what you think will happen when people come over here from another country and see that it's not run the way they're running their country and it's harder to get on your feet? What you think will happen? These migrant shelters going to be harboring a whole bunch of guns in them. And these videos you see where they go to arrest people in the migrant shelters, it's going to be standoffs. Watch. These are men. These are not just, people coming from the land of milk and honey and all this other stuff. People are coming here for a reason because they're escaping something to build something else here. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Everybody has the right to bear arms. That's a citizen. These folks ain't even citizens yet. They don't even know how the country's run, and you're giving them guns? It's just funny. You're bringing people in here, but you claim you're trying to stop gun control and get guns off the street, but you're bringing in people, a lot of which don't know how the country's run, aren't educated. This is not all of them, aren't educated, trying to get on their feet. And we already see it's clashes. And certain migrants, not all, but certain migrants are out here committing crimes already. And you giving them to go ahead. Something ain't right. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. I'm done.